Right, so the next thing we're going to work on is actual shooting or striking of the ball. This for me is the biggest bugbear I deal with on a day-to-day basis, especially in older age groups where I'm constantly having to correct poor technique learned at younger ages. So this is probably the most crucial one for me when I see junior players who are learning to shoot. It all starts with the part of the foot they use. I see so many different variations. A lot of players be told to use the toe or use the side of the foot, the top side of the foot. That's incorrect. We really want to get that flex foot using the laces, okay? I really can't stress that enough. Everything else is kind of negated unless we actually use the correct part of the foot to strike the ball. I see so many players, and I've had to correct so many players in my past, that although they're getting decent power behind it, really lack accuracy, or they're getting decent accuracy but lack power. It all boils down to poor technique on their actual, what part of the foot they're using. So let's go over that and make sure that's correct.
So I just wanted to show you in a little bit more detail exactly where we want to be striking with the ball, what part of the foot. So I see a lot of players, predominantly an issue is using this part right here. Now they might tell you they use this part, but when they hit the ball it bends off to the left if you're right footed, and that'll mean they're using too much side foot. We really have to get them using the laces, the top part of the leather here where the lace comes into touch with each other, okay? Because when we do that, we'll be able to see that my foot is flexed behind the ball. So you can see there, the foot is touching the top of the leather, the bottom of the lace for connection.
So as we've talked about now, what part of the foot to use, it's really important that we get the other parts involved as well. So when I'm about to strike a ball, especially shooting, now I want to make sure when I come up to the ball, boom, my planting foot is right next to the ball. It's nice and tense. Okay, I don't want to see any flexion in it. If I see flexion, I'm not going to get a nice, powerful strike. So it's kind of nice and tense, a little bit maybe. Not have to go straight leg, but it's certainly not so you can do a kind of a 90-degree angle. We've got to keep that leg nice and firm. Okay, the next part is this. We have to make sure both this is over the ball. So if I was to drop a pencil from my nose, it should be able to hit the ball, okay? If it's not, that means we're leaning back, and obviously the ball's gonna go aerial if that's the case, okay? So we have to get our head over the ball, foot planted, and that's when our connection will come through, okay? We'll be able to, similar to the long pass, we'll be able to tell whether we get good connection from the actual trajectory of the ball. If it goes straight, that means we've got a good connection. If it goes either way, we've not hit the ball on, with the correct part of the foot. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate a couple behind me in the goal, okay? You should be able to see, I'm going to do a couple from behind, then I'll do a couple from side on. I'll slow it down for you as well. So that's good technique. You may see bad technique in your sessions. So things to really look out for, as I mentioned, the trajectory of the ball, making sure it's straight. Just kind of stand behind a couple of players as they do the shots, or as they do, as they're attempting to shoot, and see if it's going straight. You will tend to see if they're using the side of the foot. I see so many kids doing it, the ball bends off. So you'll either see a lot of this. That went high. If I do one flat. Went in goal, yeah, no problem with the goal, went in, okay? Is it good technique? Is it gonna be able to help them especially when we're doing shots on the run? Easy when the ball's stationary. When we're doing shots on the run and when we're on the move and we're trying to finish that way, that's where technique really comes into play. So although the end product was correct, are they getting to the correct technique? That's the biggest point I can give to coaches, okay? Because a lot of kids will say, oh, it went in, job done. Nope. Make sure it's the correct technique, because that's what's going to follow them through for their later soccer careers. Okay? If anyone's got any questions on striking a ball, I have loads and loads of time to discuss this one, because like I said, it's probably the one I spend the most time correcting, especially when players get to the ages of 14 plus, when they're looking at universities and colleges or moving on to the next phase of their career, and they're still having to get this technique nailed down correctly. Okay, so if any coach is a little bit unsure in any part of this, please feel free to come and talk to me, or give me a call or an email, and I'd happily go over any point with them so they know exactly what the players should be doing. Okay, this is the biggest one that LFC and LSA really have to nail down at a young age, so we'll start seeing our quality of player rise. All right, thanks guys, take care.